Well, hello, and welcome back to the BackLog. We are at the far spindle here. We're down a few supplies. We've got all the fuel we need. We're up to 300 cryo again. Little bit stressed. Just a tiny bit stressed. That's okay. Really tempted to save up and grab some more. I think those are going to be helpful. These are going to be helpful like all the time. Whereas these are going to be helpful only on missions. And I don't, because these are helpful on missions. These are helpful only on missions. So we're going to save up. We're going to save up, and we're not going to spend it. But we are headed out of the far spindle. We got to go to the Hylian Gate. Confirm. We got to lose our tail. The Hylian Gate hangs over the rig. Its corroded arches resemble the dislocated vertebra of some vast, long-dead serpent. That's one big, ugly scrap pile. Seraphin whistles from the pilot seat. Solheim don't like to build them small. What was it for? Seraphin shakes his head. System's biggest door. Only opened if you ask nicely. Got to be big if you want to fit every ship that visits the system through it. Bliss cuts in from the back of the cockpit. Impressive, really. Building something so massive out here. Solheim like to impress visitors, sure. Seraphin leans forward, looking for the best place to enter the structure. But they also like to scan entire ships and impound those that didn't enter through the gate. Seraphin catches your eye, looking for some agreement. Not the most admirable qualities. Seems pretty impressive to me. Solheim was a curse on the system. I mean... Oh, I broke a die. Ah, crud. Well, I mean, I suppose that's good, because then I can fix it and get rid of the... Anyway. I mean, Solheim was a problem, but only because they fixed a lot of problems and then took over and... Yeah. I'm not sure if it was a curse on the system, because it really got the system set up and running. You can't build this sort of thing without infrastructure, and you can't do infrastructure on small scale. It just doesn't work. You need big corporations to do big things like this. So, yeah, it seems impressive to me. Seraphin shakes his head. Gotta say, I'm surprised to hear a sleeper impressed by corporate infrastructure. Well, I mean, we live in it the entirety of our entire life. Don't let him bait you, Sleeper. Bliss rolls their eyes. Solheim were cruel and ruthless, but without them, this system would just be two gas giants and a load of rocks. No harm in recognizing it. You look out of the cockpit towards the gate, its layers of systems and rooms slowly opening to the void, peeling away cycle after cycle to reveal the bones beneath. This is where Jean Me mentioned you might be able to find the location of a ship with a prime Shipmind among the old shipping manifests and Solheim records. You look over the towering structure of the gate. This is going to take some work. Suddenly, a flash high up in the gate catches your eye, a light turning on and off again for a moment. You lose track of it. Is this place inhabited? Seraphin raises an eyebrow. I doubt it. He winks and smiles. You hoping for a station-side bar? I have a feeling you'll be disappointed, unless we find an executive's old liquor cabinet. Bliss pats you on the shoulder and drifts out of the cockpit. Time to see what secrets the gate has left. Oh no. There's stuff here for sure. For sure. Alright. Solheim records, pre-collapse shipping manifests, customs hall, abandoned Solheim checkpoint, or the rig. Let's do the records first, I think. Power up the archive as an engineer. Slower than turning on the entire archive, selectively extracting records is the safer and slower method to get you what you need. Yeah, let's do this. And poof, that gets us 3. And this, when it's perfect, gets us 2. Okay, so we definitely need to go this direction. I'll risk it to get 3. I got 2. Nee. Neat. Okay, I've got a 1 left. I should probably use this one to get rid of some, or at least hope to get rid of some stress. Recovery failed. Well, it was worth a try. It was worth a try. I can't fix this because I don't have... I should have grabbed some more improvised dice fixin' thingies. All right, y'all need to find more fuel. Go find us more fuel. Probably more likely to get that. Let's go. Oh, and then I gotta feed our pet. Hey, we got a fuel. Good. Let's feed the pet. And then come down over here. Yeah, make sure this is 100%. 1, 2, 3. Now we just need a 2. So honestly, I could do this one, but this one gives me a bonus. So we're just going to go here. 2 more. Boom. Oh, that's the neutral outcome. 2, but you minus 1. Fair enough. In the dark and airless void of the archive, something flickers. You've been working in the dark, picking through the guts of corroded machines, skimming the data in their corrupt memories, digging through a graveyard in search of ghosts. But now, with another flicker, the place begins to come back to life. All along the rows of benches, some of them crushed by falling ceiling panels, terminals begin to flicker into uneasy life. A cacophony of distorted sounds accompany the machines, as some of them immediately glitch and spark. Did you do this? You stand frozen as the archive glitters around you with a million shipping entries. The stream of information is overwhelming, node graphs drawing out routes and inventories, tracing a web around you in pale cyan. Suddenly they all shut off. The terminals blinking out together, leaving a single translucent screen glowing softly in the dim room. And in that dim room, drifting towards you out of the dark, you see a figure. Is this what you're looking for? The voice crackles aggressively through your suit's vocal comms. Who are you? Sleeper, is that you? You hear Junie's voice now, tense and unsure. She stops beside the single online terminal, her suited form lit pale light. Junie! You hear the smile in her voice. Good to see you again. She pauses and glances around, though the venue is a little unexpected. What are you doing here? I'm searching these archives too, although slightly less forcefully than you. I did have this whole speech prepared for whatever salvager was ripping through these archives so messily, not to mention aggressively, but now that I know it was you, well, I'm just glad to see you. Although you really need to be more careful, you could have taken the entire archive down the way you were working with it. These machines are decades old. You can't just rifle through them like they were a scrap pile. I saw the pattern of your queries. A prime Shipmind-equipped ship, still operational to collapse, last located in the region around Hellion Gate. You can feel how pleased she is with herself from here. That about right? Nicely done. She nods. Would you expect anything else? That's why I did the hard work for you. Junie beckons you over to the lone lit-up terminal. You drift over and see a single point, a faded transit trail beside it, sunward from the Hellion Gate. Something like this, maybe? She smiles and steps aside so you can see the screen. You check the info pane beside the map. Shipmind in use. Abandoned by all hands after the collapse. Tantalizingly in reach. Something like that. She shrugs. Well then, it's yours. But Junie turns, and in the glow of the terminal meets your eye with complete seriousness. The question is, what do you want it for? Explain about your body, yeah. You tell her what Jean-Mi told you about your shifting body, transformed by some unknown influence. About the need for a prime Shipmind to house your emulated mind while he runs diagnostic process. She's silent for a moment, unsure how to respond. I'm sorry, Sleeper, but I think I can help you. I want to come with you. Junie gives you a strong look. Do
Do you know how often someone gets out to more of those old Solheim wrecks? They're more trouble than they're worth, but contained inside there's an entire history to uncover.
Uncover and take, you mean?
This isn't like last time, I promise. I have no interest in the Shipmind, but everything else? It's too big a chance to pass up. I know I can't force you or trick you into taking me. That's why I wanted to offer you this instead.
She indicates the terminal, still showing the ship's final resting place.
I hope that maybe if I helped you find what you needed, it would show I can be trusted.
I can trust you. She smiles.
Thank you for saying so. I'll send the coordinates to your ship, and I'll be hanging around the gate until you're ready to leave.
She shifts in front of the terminal and plugs in her deck, tapping away at rapid speed.
If you need to go get supplies from the spindle or anything else, fine. She folds her arms. I'll wait. But if you go on this job without me, I'll get the message.
She shrugs.
You won't see me again.
With that, you leave her in the archive, extracting data as you ascend back to Helion Gate's upper levels. New contract on the map. Okay, we could just go here, but we can't just go here because we only have 2 supplies. So, let's actually dig around because if we might be able to get some Solheim data. Yeah. Oh no, now we're stressing. Okay. So we gotta get rid of some stress. No, blarg. Gotta get rid of some stress. Recovery failed. Ah, boo. Okay, well, this won't fail. We'll be able to get some energy back, and at least one more. We'll do one more, because we've got just enough. We'll be able to survive for a little bit.
Sleeper,
you hear Bliss's voice hiss as you pass through the rig's central corridor.
You have to come see this.
You follow their voice and find them floating outside the supply store, looking in. Bliss holds a finger to their lips and nods outside.
Quietly, she's eating.
You look inside and see a cat floating just inside, batting at a food pouch. The stray barely acknowledges your and Bliss's presence, instead angles its body to catch the droplets of liquid that are released from the transparent packet.
Looks like we found our stowaway.
Bliss smiles at you.
Hey there, girl.
Bliss whispers at the stray, beckoning. They hold up their hands so the cat can see them.
Not here to take those rations away, all right?
You both watch as the stray suddenly kicks away, twisting balletically through the air and gliding past you both out of the supply store. It catches one of the corridor's ribs, swinging itself to the wall where it perches and watches Bliss with big eyes. The comfort of its movement in zero-G is striking, and you realize you've never seen an animal navigate in microgravity before. You hear a sound and turn to find Seraphim arriving from the direction of the engine room. He stops dead in his tracks against the wall, staring at the stray.
What is that?
Seraphim hisses his question at you both.
It's our stowaway.
Yeah, but what is it? Seraphim looks at you confused.
Careful there.
Bliss holds up a hand to Seraphim.
Don't scare her.
So that's a cat? Seraphim's watching the stray carefully, either fascinated or scared. It's hard to tell. I thought it would be bigger. You've never seen a cat before? Where would I have seen a cat? Seraphim looks at you. Come to think of it, where have you seen a cat? The question makes you pause. Where have you seen a cat? Not in the belt. Not in zero-G. You close your eyes and bring to mind the faint image of a cat stretching in the sun. Somewhere warm, somewhere with weight and gravity. You touch the fur of its back and it reacts, sliding against your hand. Careful, Seraphim hissed warning brings you back. Bliss is reaching out to the stray.
Shh, you'll scare her.
Bliss makes a tutting sound.
We had cats back on the eye, but they were in spin gravity there.
The stray's big eyes watch Bliss's hand as it approaches. When they touch the top of her head, Stray does not move, does not react.
Look at her leg.
Bliss nods at the sleeve on the cat.
She's been hurt before. and taken care of. She's really scared.
You see the cat is gently trembling with Bliss's touch, but slowly she settles and angles her head for Bliss to scratch her ear. The movement brings back the mysterious memory. What is its origin? Focusing on it makes your skin tremble, a shiver running up your arms. It's been breaking into our supplies. Seraphin has his arms folded and is looking at Bliss. Now we've caught it. We should let it out.
Look at her. She's not going to do that again.
Bliss's eyes met the stray's.
You aren't going to do that as long as we feed you, right?
That may be true, but we can't risk it happening again. What if we'd been on a contract? Seraphin gives Bliss a reproachful look. We can't keep it.
Bliss shakes their head. She's a stray. She needs a home, right, Sleeper?
Bliss looks at you. She can't stay. Sorry, Bliss. We're keeping her. Bliss smiles widely, unable to contain their excitement.
You won't regret it.
They look at Seraphin.
Plus, the rig is already full of strays as it is.
I guess it is. Seraphin concedes. You'll have to feed her, though, Sleeper. She's your responsibility. He eyes the stray. I never thought a cat would eat so much. Seraphin's right. Looks like you'll need to keep feeding the stray every few cycles if you want her to stick around. This is going to be expensive. You'll get used to her. Seraphin reaches out sheepishly towards the stray. As he does, the cat bats playfully at his hands, and he pulls it away. If you say so, he sighs. I'm not really used to animals. You watch as Bliss tries to get Seraphin to pet the stray properly, guiding his hand to its ears for a scratch, and explaining how to approach her. As you do, the memory of that other cat runs through your mind. It feels like a raw wound, one that if you touch it, will only bring pain. But you can't help but pick at it, knowing that it might contain some distant part of you. Oh, we got an upgrade point.
Yes!
And we made a home for a stowaway. Thank you, Xbox Game Pass. Perfect. Okay, so we've got 2 here. Rig supply store. Feed the stray. Yeah, okay. So we have to do that occasionally? Fine. Now we've got a cat. It would be great if we could hold more than 5 supplies, please. All right, this is, it isn't a waste to put a 6 here. It's gonna give us a 3. Perfect. What do we get in here? Oh, look. Seized cargo. Derelict fuel barge. And gate structure with internal workings. Oh, we gotta stick around here. Yeah, let's search for supplies. Because if we can get some supplies, hey, we can stick around longer. Nice. Okay, so we can find supplies. Possibly get fuel. Oh, and possibly scrap. Oh, fun. Most of the gate is corroded beyond use, but deep in the structure you can still find good metal. The gate's networks collapsed long ago, but there's data to be found in the old terminals and servers inside the structure. Ah, this is where we get Solheim data. Okay. Well, I know what we're using this last die on then. Gotta stop breaking my dice. Okay, so we have more supplies suddenly. Yeah, you go source some supplies. We're gonna spend another energy. We probably need to get rid of this stress because it's breaking our dice. But also at the same point, for the same reason, to the same degree, I want that data. There we go. Solheim data. Oh, I got 3s and a 2? That's terrible. Yeah, none of this I'm particularly good at. So let's get rid of some stress. Perfect. Wait, how often do I need to feed the stray? It doesn't say. It doesn't say. And the engine still needs 8 engine components to upgrade. We can eat to resupply, and if we had the right supplies, we could... Okay. All right, good. We've got a 3 to use. I think we should probably... Yeah, we need to go back and fix our die. That we have to do. So let's risk this. Hey, we got another supply. Hey, that's actually pretty good. All right, then fine. We have another risk we can risk. Okay, we lost our... Now we have to eat the supply. Okay, one more cycle. Because we're going to be doing a lot of bamfing back and forth. Oh, terrible. Absolutely the worst. All right, let's grab some data. Come on. There we go. Oh, I lost 2 energy doing that. That is dangerous. Let's get some more supplies. Okay, but we did lose our energy, so we're going to have to eat a supply. Let's try to get rid of this last stress. There we go. Now we got a 1 and nothing to do with it.
How often do I need to feed the cat? It doesn't say.
It doesn't say. Oh, we did get a supply. Oh, that's pretty good. Got the neutral. That's great for a 1. All right. Now, we're not ready to go to the Shipmind wreck. We are not there yet. No, we definitely need to go back to Spar Spindle. Because I need to grab enough stuff to heal my dice all the way back up. We've got 2, possibly 3 rounds to heal dice. Trade hall. Okay, we're full up here. We got 2 Solheim data. That's great. We needed, what, 3 for the other one? Cool. Oh, actually, let's feed the cat. Stray fed. -1 supplies. Nothing else. No other information. All right, we do need to buy scrap components. Yeah, okay, so we'll have enough to fix 1 die, and then enough to fix another one as needed, if it breaks. Alright, we've got our die back. Oh, we got so much glitch from that. I hate that. Yeah, now we got all this glitch we've got to get rid of. Okay, so I'm going to spend a few cycles here getting money, feeding the cat, collecting resources, and getting rid of this glitch, because I don't want the glitch around when we actually need the stuff. So I'm going to work. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I'm gonna grab some kelp cakes, refill. We've got a bunch of money. We've got 4 scrap components so we can fix 2 dice. We've only got 1 that's close. We're 4. I just fed the cat. So we should be pretty good. Find the fraction ship, diagnose your frame, investigate export, recon dark side. Okay. So none of those are particularly ready to go. But we are ready to go. Back down over here. Back to the healing gate. Yeah, and there's our last glitch die. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So, let's use the dice as we have them to do important things. We don't need more supplies. Could use some more data. We have 3. Perfect. And let's see if we can get some scrap. 1 raw scrap. That's great. And now here's a chance. 20% chance. Oh, we lost 3 energy. That's not a great chance, by the way. Game. That's not a great chance. All right. Then let's do this. Let's come over here. We'll eat a supply to get our energy back. And then risk this to get a supply back. Oh, I did get a supply, and it only cost me 1 energy. Perfect. Perfect. Couldn't have done it any better. And then I have nothing to do with this last supply. Okay. Sounds good. Let's go to the wreck. Oh, that's a lot of fuel. That's a 4 fuel. All right, well, let's go. And now we have to select. We've got to take her. Junie's got to come. But who else do we want? I think we're going to take Bliss. Yeah, I think we'll take Bliss. I mean, because yeah, we're going to take Bliss. Let's just go. I don't want to think of it too much. I don't know why we can't just take everybody. I don't know. We're too far sunward, sleeper. Seraphim turns back in his chair to look at you. I don't like it. It's hard not to agree. The coordinates Junie found have drawn you out of Hellion Gate and almost out of the belt completely, into the soft, rubble-strewn transition with the Helion system, to the edge of Conway-controlled space.
That's why the ship is likely to be untouched.
Junie surveys the wreck coldly.
It's too far sunward for belt traffic to run into. And now, with Conway drones patrolling the edge of the belt, it's even less attractive as a salvage site.
Oh, lucky us. Junie eyes you, trying to detect if you're being sarcastic or not.
I doubt anyone's been here in decades. So, actually, I would say we are lucky.
Any drone signals? Nothing. Not that I can see. But I don't dare reach out too far. Seraphim flicks a few switches. We should assume they're out there. As you look out at the twisted wreck, you swear you see a red light blinking between the stars. You exchange a look with Seraphim. He's seen it too. We better get to it, sleeper. Seraphim begins unclipping from a seat, quickly and quietly.
From what I understand, Conway drones run on automatic until they detect something of interest.
Junie unclips too.
So as long as we're quiet, we don't have to contend with an operator. Just automated search sweeps. So if we're detected, we'll be killed by a machine, not a person.
Bliss shakes their head.
I don't find that very reassuring.
They get up out of the corner seat and glide towards the back of the ship to get suited up. You drift out of your chair and head towards the airlock, unable to shake the feeling of being watched. Being here is a risk. You know that, but you need the Shipmind. So no matter what happens, you won't be leaving here empty-handed. All right, good dice. Good dice. Okay dice. And nothing to do with this. Okay, we've got a plus on blue, and an okay, and a plus on this one. Perfect. So plus on blue. 100% gonna happen. Extract map data gets us 2. And what if I do this one? That gets us 2 as well. So it doesn't matter which one we do and get a positive on. We might as well get 2 there. You'll get 2 here. So we got 4 more. 4 more to do. I get a +1 here. Good chance we'll get something and not stress. I said not stress. Oh, we still got 2 though. Oh, that's the neutral outcome. Okay, you better come over here and try to do this one then, because my 1s and 2 are just worthless. Boom, but got a stress. But we did trace it though, and we didn't alert Diddly Squat. Love that. Junie leads you deep into the wreck, through crushed and twisted corridors, floating panels and wires appearing suddenly in your headlamps like strange sculptures. Just as you begin to tire of the endless dark and the haze of particles washing over your suit, Junie leads you into a chamber where the ceiling is torn open to reveal the stars. At its center lies a cylindrical object, half your height but raised on a complex pedestal, from which countless thick cables snake off into the dark like braided hair. 1 or 2 of them float freely, waving back and forth with glinting severed ends. But most of them disappear into the floor and walls, or twist and curve out of sight.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Junie stares at the prime Shipmind, the stars reflected in her faceplate. Not bad. Junie glides over to the pedestal, pushing her way delicately through the wires. As she takes out her terminal and looks for an access port, she talks softly, her voice carried through the suit comms.
These cables lead off to every one of the ship systems. Engines, life support, navigation, lighting, networking, you name it. Shipmind has hardwired access to them all. When an old ship like this was running well, the Shipmind would distribute itself, some of its protocols running freely in different sections. It would be less like a single governing mind and more like a load of systems clumped together to form a complex living machine. Think of a plant rather than a being. A plant with incredibly rapid processing power and a much more accelerated response time than your average tree.
You watch as she finds an access port and slips a cable inside, slotting a translucent screen into the top edge of her deck.
Let's see here.
Junie's screen fills with bright scrolling data.
Incredible. There's so much here.
She hits a few keys.
I'll start copying this over. It's everything I need.
You watch as Junie starts rapidly tapping at her keyboard, her attention sucked into the data she's extracting. Junie? The Shipmind? She snaps out of her trance.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Let me check. As I thought, she sighs. So, like I was saying, the protocols inside the Shipmind are distributed. So when the Shipmind is shut down unexpectedly, the protocols are rarely all contained in this unit.
She places a hand gently on the cylinder.
As is the case here. Parts of it are trapped elsewhere in the ship. Systems nodes.
She taps a few keys.
Which is a problem.
Why does it matter?
If we rip this thing out now with parts of its protocols elsewhere, it's probably going to destroy itself the moment we turn it on. It doesn't matter that we're going to wipe the whole thing anyway, it'll be too late. The mind inside the Shipmind will be broken. But if we find the nodes housing the distributed parts, power them up, and then disconnect them, the protocols will be sent right back to this Shipmind here, and we can take it out clean.
How do we find the nodes? Oh, it sounds easy.
Well, it isn't.
She hits a key, and the complex node map springs into her screen.
But it is doable.
I've got an incoming signal. Seraphine's voice suddenly cuts through the comms, urgent and nervous. If you're lighting up the systems and networks down there, time to stop. You hear a click as Junie disconnects from the cradle, and the two of you exchange nervous looks, instinctively backing off from the Shipmind. Suddenly, a faint red light glitters in the dark beyond the broken ceiling. You hold still. The moment stretches out, and you hear Junie's breathing through the comms. The light flashes, pauses, and then fades. You take a breath. Ooh, we're too close. Conway drone, Junie whispers, sniffing the network. We're clear. Seraphine chimes in again. I've turned off almost all the rig systems, but we need to be careful. Keep network activity to a minimum.
Understood, Junie cuts in, but we need to access the networks to get the Shipmind out quickly.
And I hope you're feeling lucky. There's a click as Seraphin closes the line. You and Junie look at each other over again, and then the Shipmind encased in his cradle, wrapped in cables. This isn't going to be easy.
Okay. I've got garbage dice. Can I spin them on anything? Not really. The Shipmind is still sealed in its cradle. It'll take some thought and experimentation to figure out how to extract it. All right, so we need to go quietly rather than quickly. Both of these are dangerous. I've got garbage. And nothing proper to spin them on. Because I can't do anything here except feed the cat, probably.
Or input more engine systems. Boo, okay.
Can't get rid of rest. No, even though I've got 3 dice I'm not using. All right, new cycle. Good dice, everyone. Good dice.
Oh, I got the good dice this time.
All right. Okay. All right.
So, I'm going to come over here and see what this does. This gets us 2, 3, 2. And what does this do? That gets us 3. We need to spend them all over here. All right, let's go. Oh no, Conway alert. Okay, so neutral outcome is not what we want. 2 more. We just need 2 more. Do I put a 3 here? No, she gets negative. Okay, I'm gonna risk it for a biscuit. No, not what we wanted, but we did get the extraction strategy. So maybe we can use both of these 3s this time. Okay, we can't risk too much. Cut the node or disable the node. Can't use the 3s over here. Ugh. 1 clean cut through the connecting cable will be disconnected, but mess it up and there could be trouble. This node needs to be disabled precisely and quickly to keep your incursion under wraps. Disconnecting its nodes may, by any means will allow the Shipmind to be extracted safely. Oh, I can use my push. I can use my push to get one of these. Okay, I've got a 4. This will give me a 5. And now if I get a successful action, if I get the positive outcome, I'll remove 2 stress. Or 1 stress. Cool. Oh, that got us 2. Very good. I can't use push again. Do we risk it? I don't think we risk it. We've got plenty of supplies. Let's go quietly. We're gonna waste both of Bliss's dice. Because 3s are not... If they were 4s, I'd risk it. If they were 4s, I would go for it. 6s! Oh, let's go! Okay. We've got this in the bag now. All right. You finish this. 100% positive. Starboard disconnect. Yes. Okay, and then we've got 100% here. And close to 100% here. I'm gonna risk it. Oh no, you got it. You're terrible. Oh, I hate it. I should probably use the 4. Probably should have used the 4.
It's ready, sleeper.
Junie's voice comes quietly through your comms. You look over to her, floating beside the cradle, uplit by the pale screen of her deck. She gives you a reassuring nod. You turn to the prime Shipmind, now floating above its cradle. The final node's disconnected and the lock's released. You glide over and gently grab it, the worn metal casing gleaming in the dim light. As you do, you feel a strange sensation of something moving around inside, like a creature in a box. Is it the cat? I hope it's not the cat. The weight shifting this way and that under the pressure of your grip. It suddenly dawns on you that Jean-Mi plans to put you inside this strange device, to hold your mind there while he investigates your body. The thought prompts a shiver. That drone's still sniffing around, Sleeper. Seraphine's voice crackles in the comms. So if you have what you need, let's go. You feel Junie's hand fall on your shoulder. Come on, Sleeper, don't overthink it. She pats you gently. There'll be plenty of time for that later. You look up and see a faint red light glittering in the dark beyond the broken ceiling. It's time to leave. Oh, the contract is complete. And there's no extras. All right, let's go. Oh, we got another achievement from Xbox Game Pass. Very good, very good. We gotta head home. Quick, get out of here. Yes. Leave the contract. Take us back home. Arriving back at the Helion gate, as lonely and cold as it is, feels like a relief. There was a tension in the rig as you came back out of the inner system, a watchfulness for errant signals and glinting red beacons that choked the conversation. But now, floating in the comforting shadow of this vast ruin, the sense of relief is palpable. That's one prime Shipmind, condition unknown retrieved. Seraphine runs the engine shutdown protocols as he speaks. I'd mark that as a success. Agreed. Let's head to Flotsam. Give me a minute. Seraphine reaches up and flicks a switch above him. We haven't even stopped yet.
Sleeper, can I speak with you?
Junie asks from the back of the cockpit. Of course. She leads you out into the passage, tucking herself against the wall. She looks small, even in this compact space.
Thank you for taking me with you. I hope I proved I'm trustworthy.
Thank you for helping.
That's what I promised.
She looks at the floor.
In my time here in the belt, I haven't found it easy to make friends.
She falters, tripping over the word slightly.
But you, Sleeper. Well, I hope you'd consider me a friend at least.
I would. She can't help but smile.
I'm glad. Then I would like to ask you something.
She pauses.
Would you consider taking me with you on the rig? She blurts out. And then before you can answer, I think it would be of help to your diagnostic. And in the meantime, I could take a look at the Shipmind, make sure it's ready and...
Yes, Junie, you can. She stops, speechless. She looks down at her hands and then back up at you.
Okay.
She smiles.
Thank you,
She looks down again.
I'll find a bunk.
And she quietly glides off down the corridor before you can say anything further. Another stray collected. Seraphine puts a hand on your shoulder. Quite the refuge we're building here. He gives you a sly smile. We need her. Don't you approve? Seraphine shrugs. You know, I've actually started to warm to this one. She's all right by me. He smiles and pushes off your shoulder, gliding towards the engine room. You look towards the bunks, but Junie's already out of sight. Likely unpacking already. The ship is getting a little crowded, but you're starting to realize you like it like that. At the very least, she'll prove invaluable when you get to Flotsam and have to deal with Jean-Mi. Perhaps she'll even have a read on the old man. You pause for a second, appreciating the warmth, the hum of the rig and its inhabitants. The ship, you think, is starting to feel like home. Oh, we recruited Jean-Mi to the crew. We didn't get another one of these, but that's okay. We've got extra people, and we will put them all to work next time here in the BackLog. Thank you all for joining me. I'll play it again later.